Nothing affects your chances of succeeding in school or the chances of a child succeeding in school, like not having the skill to read, write, and even spell. All of these can affect one's goal in life and even in work. So, but what if I told you that being dyslexic can foster some strengths that can help you throughout your life's journey? And these strengths are what I call superpowers. Yes, these strengths are what I call superpowers. Come to think of it, some of the world's greatest authors, some of the world's great celebrities, the world's great um chefs, scientists, they were dyslexics, and some of them are still dyslexics. All right, people like
So,
Richard
Richard Branson, what
Branson,
do you do
people
for a
like
living?
Albert Einstein, yes, people like Jamie Oliver. Jamie Oliver
Lovely
is
crispy rim.
actually a
So
celebrity
I'm gonna
chef
get in there,
and
and that's
also
just
an
the best
author.
bit,
People like
honestly.
Walt Disney, yes, the Walt Disney that you know, they are dyslexic, right? They are dyslexic, and they had something that I'm sure we did not know that they had inside of them. All right. So today I'm going to be unleashing some superpowers that dyslexics have. Superpowers that can help you throughout your life's journey. Now, if you have a child who is dyslexic or you yourself are dyslexic, I want you to look into yourself because you have those strengths inside of you. You have these superpowers I'm going to mention inside of you. And these superpowers have been spotted out by adults that have dyslexia, and these superpowers have helped them throughout their lives journey. So, dive with me. Number one superpower I'm going to let you know today is strong memory for stories. People that have dyslexia have very strong memory for stories. I have a child I was teaching. I have a young boy I was teaching. I was tutoring, yes, and he had dyslexia. So most times I try to use stories, storytelling method to teach him. And I realized that even 2 3 weeks after that time, I taught him that thing, he still remembers that story. He tries to refer back to the story. That's one thing that people with dyslexia have. They have a very, very strong memory for stories. They have a very strong memory for keeping facts. They have strong narrative reasoning. So if you have a child who likes stories and remembers stories, a dyslexic that remembers stories, you might want to consider acting, or you might want to consider writing, right? So the second one on my list is excellent puzzle solving skill. A lot of children with dyslexia have excellent puzzle solving skill. When I mean excellence, I mean excellence. People with dyslexia have their puzzle solving scheme is top notch. They might be struggling with reading, but trust me, some of them are pros when it comes to solving puzzles, right? No wonder a lot of them likes to go into business. A lot of people with dyslexia are entrepreneurs, and they are doing really well in that field. Why? Because they are able to think outside the box. They are sustainable thinkers. Sustainable thinkers. They think outside the box. They think inside the box. They think around the box. You can, a lot of, especially children that have dyslexia, you would see these children that they cannot read, but they like to order things. They like to keep things together, solve puzzles. It's not a time to tell them, this is the only thing you can do. Eh? My parents, it's not a time to tell them this is the only thing you can do. Go and carry your book and read. No, help them to improve on that particular skill. Help them to improve on that particular skill, and you'll be amazed at what these children can come up with at the end of the day. Number three on my list is that they are amazingly imaginative. People with dyslexia have a very strong imaginative power. They can imagine things in their head. Like I talked about a child that I was teaching that had dyslexia. Now this child can imagine things in his head. Like he imagines things in his head, and it makes him to be very curious. They are highly curious, and they have a very strong interest. They have strong interest in things, right? They, because of their curiosity. So this child will ask me as I'm entering their house, like, Miss Blessing, does Jesus exist? Where does Jesus live? Can Jesus call me on my birthday? They use their imagination, like Their imaginative power is so strong, and that is a superpower that dyslexics have. If you know that you have this superpower in you, you might want to consider being an artist, or you might want to consider being an author. Why? Because you have a very strong imaginative power. The fourth one on my list is that they are great conversationalists. A dyslexic would hold a conversation with you, like they like to hold conversations. A dyslexic can be talking to you and already knows that you have something that is bothering you. And a dyslexic, like I said, they have strong puzzle solving skill. So they want to solve that problem for you. They're already thinking of how they can help you solve that problem. They're looking at you. They already know, okay, something is wrong with you. They can hold conversations. They can really hold conversations. Yes. So if you have this superpower, you should be considering being a counselor. Who knows? That is a very strong superpower right there. Okay, the fifth one is that they are highly creative. People that have dyslexia are highly creative. Now, studies have not yet shown what link dyslexics have with creativity, because they are highly creative. They are really creative. Now, a study in July 2022 by researchers in at the Cambridge University in UK shows that they argued that dyslexia should not be framed as a disorder. Rather, it should be framed as a strength, right? Because they have lots of strengths. You find people that have dyslexia having more creative power than people that do not even have dyslexia. If you have a child that is very creative, a child, maybe you keep something that is spoiled in the house and this child wants to fix it, this child makes something out of nothing, just know that this child can do something in maybe architecture and design. This child can go into what again, visual arts. There are lots of things that this child can do with such superpower. So if you have a child that has some of these superpowers embedded in them, don't talk down on them. Don't tell them, go and take your book, you must read, you must read, you must read. And it's not just about reading. Try to look at the strength of that child. If you're dyslexic, look at the strengths that you have. Trust me, there are lots of things you can do with these superpowers that you have, and you'll be glad you did. If you watched this video up to this point, please do not forget to subscribe, like, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on your notification bell to get more of these kind of videos. Once again, my name is Blessing Evalsam, and this is the Inclusive Classroom. If you're just joining, if you're a new subscriber, thank you, welcome to the classroom. And then if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you again for watching. See you in my next video.